A new era is upon us. Pulse has taken the world by storm as the leading Web3 social media. Beyond current features like casting, tipping, inscription trading, and earning, it's now elevating to the next level, on-chain.
Soil, a fully regulated, seamless link between traditional finance and the digital crypto world, offering secure returns fully backed by tangible, real-world assets.
The Credify testnet is live, so head on over to demo.credify.finance to see how you can effortlessly experiment with autonomous earning, NFT corporate bonds, Credi and X-Credi utilities, and Module X.
What up, ladies and gentlemen? Jimmy here. How are you guys doing? This is my very first live stream since my vacation. I took a vacation 2 weeks. I did not much, to be honest. It was just a lot of relaxing, chilling with the kids. I have 2 kids. They keep you always busy, really, if it is vacation or not vacation. So let's deep dive into the Bitcoin chart, what I'm seeing. I might share some setups. I would love to share my insights. Let's rock and roll. Please, guys, let me know how the weather is today, and also let me know where you're from. Drop some comments in the chats. I will make sure to share my screen right now with you. I'm going to share my entire screen. I would love to get some feedback from you guys. Let me know if you can see my screen. I made not so long ago the big mistake to do a long live stream just to find out that my mic was not connected. Yeah. So let me know, drop something in the comment. Let me know if you can hear me. You should. Okay, let's rock and roll. So let's start first with some good news. I'm pretty sure many of you guys love good news. Well, the good news is Bitcoin is patient, and you should be patient as well. And while Bitcoin is just in a choppy range, we prepared something cool for you guys. And happy to share this. I have 2 surprises for today, and I would love to start with our collaboration with Bitget, because this is pretty unique. This is very time limited, and it hasn't capped. Please let me quickly explain what this is all about. So we have a exclusive welcome promo share, and it's worth $100,000. This is how generous Bitget is. And this promotion will end in 28 days and 7 hours. So what is this all about? One, obviously, you will get discount on fees. On top of that, and this is the big surprise, if you deposit $100, you will get $1,000 worth of Bitcoin USDT future positions. And the only thing you need to do is just follow these simple rules. Just sign up and you will be eligible. I'm going to share the link right now in the chat, so nobody can accuse me of not being complete and transparent. Here is the link. You can visit this website, go to Bitget, sign up and trade with us, get discount on fees, and you will you can basically increase your position size. Very generous from Bitget. So let's go quickly to the charts. And let me quickly deep dive into the monthly chart. I'm not really a big fan of, watching the monthly, because it doesn't tell you a lot of information. At least it's not very executable. What I'm seeing here is still a steady uptrend, and with these long wicks. So my interpretation, you should ask yourself, what is your interpretation of these long wicks here in July, here in August? What is your interpretation? Let me know in the chat. What is your interpretation of these long wicks? I love interactive sessions with you, so let me know. The obvious here is, yes, this is a pretty broad range. This is a big range. I agree. But we can all agree that this is a typical resistance level here for Bitcoin. It has problems to pierce through this level with confidence. We often get these pullbacks. So in my interpretation, this is resistance. I think we pretty much agree that this is resistance, and this is price action below resistance. And price action below resistance is what? Still resistance. Many of you or many people would argue that ranging environment below resistance, just below resistance, is bullish. My mantra is, my thesis is, my principle is, consolidation or a ranging environment or price action, narrow price action below resistance is still resistance, period. However, these long wicks, they do tell a story, and the interpretation of these long wicks in my mind is actually there are actually two. One, this is a rejection, as in the market decided to not follow up and go back again. Here, the same. So I'm pretty happy with these long wicks because for a few reasons. So one of the reasons is paper hands, weak hands, they likely sold or are about to sell, especially since a lot of Bitcoin has been purchased here. So a lot of people who bought Bitcoin here in this range, this is basically like their break even. If someone is at break even and price goes down, what would someone do if he accumulated Bitcoin around these levels? He will sell. So this is a good thing, I believe. On the monthly, we still see that Bitcoin is trading above the 12 EMA and the 21 EMA, which is positive, as it tells me that this primary trend is still intact. Now, let's go quickly to seasonality. So there is a feature, and I think this feature, it's maybe worthwhile to check it once in the month. You shouldn't check this too often, as it is, monthly. These are actually monthly data points. Just go here. It's I think this should also be available with the free plan. However, I do argue if you take trading serious, go for TradingView, go for that paid plan, as it gives you a lot of options to organize your watch lists, and it also gives you access to some cool indicators, especially the volume based indicators. So August, if we look back, so our look back period is still 2015. From 2015 onwards, August is actually a pretty decent month. I mean, 70%, 7 from the 10 months, it is actually a positive month. However, September, and especially the first part of October, are actually the less favorable months for the bulls. So what does it mean? If we believe in seasonality, and I believe that these data points are actually not really actionable, or you cannot execute them, executable, difficult word, sorry, tongue twister for me here. It is quite difficult. But from a historical perspective, you could argue that September and October are maybe the better months to, not per se for trading, but to build up a position for the next few months. So for position size traders, for position traders, swing traders, September could be a very good month to scale into your favorite altcoin from a fundamental perspective. But of course, the technicals, the TA, should fully align with your bullish bias that's derived from FA data points. So with that said, I believe there's a high probability that September could be a very good month to scale into Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum. And my advice, and this is also advice I recently gave to one of my private mentoring students, is you want to check the coins that are still above their daily 200 MA. And believe me or not a lot of these coins are trading above their 200 MAs. This is a tool which you can use, and it's for free. Everyone can use this. This is the breadth charts. It gives you a quick, good understanding of the advancing assets or cryptos and the declining assets. And what do we see here? We see here that the percentages of coins above the 200 MA, and this is based on the USDT pairs on Binance, around 5% is still trading above their 200 MA, meaning 95% is trading below their 200 MA. I would rather ignore these coins and focus on the coins who are trading above their 200 MAs. Another thing you could do is make your watch list and find coins that are not too far away from their 52-week high or their year-to-date high. For example, Bitcoin is more or less, what was it again? I think 25% away from its 52-week high, or even 18%. But you cannot tell the same thing about a lot of other coins in the top 100, 200, 300, even low caps. A lot of coins, they retraced significantly and underperformed against Bitcoin. However, if you see any coin and you have a coin in your watch list that's not too far away from its 52-week high, for example, within the 20-40% range, I believe these are the coins that you should add to your watch list. If a coin is really far away from its 52-week high, so let's say it needs to do 700% or 200% to be, to get back to the 52-week high, I wouldn't. I love reversal trades, but I wouldn't really focus on these coins because they have proven themselves they cannot sustain strength while Bitcoin was ranging, because that's actually what Bitcoin did. Bitcoin was ranging and is still ranging for quite a long time. Normally, and let's go back to the halving event, what you would see is a ranging consolidation post halving. So this is a big range. Bitcoin is inside this range for a lot of days, for many days already. It's in this range for 183 days. And the halving happened 134 days ago. So this is a range. So it was already ranging here. It continued ranging here. My interpretation is the path of least resistance is we still keep ranging in this in between these boundaries. We could see a again a long wick, but most likely it will re-enter this I hope accumulation zone. It could be distribution. I now tend leaning more towards accumulation. Now let's check Bitcoin. Where is it? What happened with Bitcoin during the third halving, because it does give us a better understanding what we could expect in the coming weeks. This is the halving, and we see here what? Consolidation. And actually, in my interpretation, you could see this as a flip, right? Like a resistance flip here. But nonetheless, this price from 8K till 12K, it's actually consolidation, and it consolidated here after the halving, post halving, for 163 days. 163 days. Bearish, not bearish, very boring price action. And I can recall back in September 2020, when Bitcoin retraced here, many people were saying, "Oh, it's all over. We're gonna, decline." No, look, some people, they see big events like the ETFs and the halving as a very binary event. It will go up because of. No, the big events like the halving and the ETF launches, and really, honestly, I cannot come up with any future big events for Bitcoin, since we already had many of these. But the bottom line is, often when you have like a big event, it could be the buy the new sell the rumor event, and the way to approach this is the momentum, the hype will die out on the day of the event, but the event itself is not fully priced in. What do I mean by that is, the halving is a non-binary event. It's an event for the next 210,000 blocks for the next 4 years. So it takes time before we actually feel that shift in supply and demand, because at that time, 1,800 bitcoins before the third mining could be, were mineable. And only after the halving, so after the third halving, only 900 bitcoins on a daily basis could be mined. So what happened during the second halving? A similar situation. Post halving, not much happened. What happened was ranging environment, like range bound for 130 days. So given the fact that Bitcoin is ranging here for a long time, 183 days, and post halving 134 days, I believe the final decision, the decisive move, might happen in September or October. I know historically October, the first part of October, is more bearish than bullish. And I would also be always a little bit careful when trading around a monthly close. We should understand that the close is the most important piece of information, as confirmed by many TA gurus, many, confirmed by Dow Jones, confirmed by all of them. The closing price, especially in the monthly, contains actually all the information. It contains all the consensus among market participants. And it's also the moment before or after the close that people are going to rebalance. So also the bigger players. We understand that there is a massive institutional adaptation when it comes to crypto. And these players are not just like us. These are doing things on a very professional level, and they monitor everything and they rebalance from time to time. And maybe this is also something you should do. I do rebalance from time to time as well. And the best moment to do this is actually after the monthly close, because all the information all the information you need to make that decision is there already. I can check Gari Network in a bit. So all with all, since September is a bearish month, we could see some choppiness around here. October, it's not also a very favorable month, the first part. So we might see like another fake out, but probably unlikely. This will, I believe, break out eventually to the upside. And the reason why is based on the many data points we have, after the halving, we always see a massive parabolic move. Secondly, I cannot recall a time where Bitcoin was ranging, consolidating for a long time, only to enter a bear market. Whenever you see a range like this one, this was a range. If you go to the 3-day, makes it a little bit more visible. This marked the bottom. When you see a range, and the range or the rectangle comes from an uptrend, more often than not, this is a what? This is a continuation pattern. So I believe This is a continuation pattern as well. I'm wrong here when I see candles closed below this gray box. Then I would be worried a little bit. The next one I quickly want to touch base on is Ethereum. By the way, let me know, guys, if you can hear me loud and clear. I do not like Ethereum price action wise. We do have here this bullish divergence, like this triple bullish divergence. This is a hammer into support. It's more bullish than bearish, as in it could be a signal of a potential reversal. So, but I cannot ignore this severe downtrend. Also, from a Burbicator Pro perspective, this doesn't look really good. It might flash a bull signal. It might flash a bull signal if, but only if, we get above 0.049 on the weekly. On the 3-day as well. On the daily, it needs to come here around this, mid-range level. I do not like that Ethereum is, declining. I'm holding Ethereum myself. However, I do believe eventually it will catch up. This is my foundational belief. I could be wrong. From an ETF perspective, we do see a lot of outflow here for a lot of days, many days. If we also go back to the here, Ethereum, use the T chart, probably was also visible on this chart here as well. No, never mind. I prepared something, but it's gone. I think the ETF was launched. The Ethereum ETF was launched. Wait, this was the big Ethereum announcement pump, right? I think it was launched somewhere here in July. So normally, also with Bitcoin, we saw a big decline, and after a month, it started to reverse. But here, I don't see any sign of strength, to be honest. This was like a significant SNR level, as you can see here. This gives me like a bearish retest 5. I would be quite cautious, actually, to be honest, with Ethereum. What I do like is, on a positive note, there was this massive ascending triangle, and we retested this level again. It was quickly, we quickly absorbed a lot of buyers here. I will shift. So I would say I'm now quite, pretty neutralish on Ethereum. I will shift my buys once we can reclaim this gray box. It's easy as that. Let's go to Bitcoin dominance, but this one is without stables. What do we see here? We see a lot of strength, meaning many altcoins are underperforming. Again, this shouldn't be a surprise. Since March, altcoins are underperforming against Bitcoin. Bitcoin is king. Those who are fully invested in alts, they are actually suffering the most. those who are smart enough to do some rebalancing and to scale into Bitcoin, they're actually those are actually more safe. There is this false notion that alts don't make you rich, right? They say, Bitcoin doesn't make you rich, hence why you should only invest in altcoins. And I think this is a very wrong belief. If this is your belief, likely you're going to screw things up. Because if you do this in isolation and you think, okay, I will only create positions, alts, and not Bitcoin, you don't understand rotation. A lot of money flew into Bitcoin. Also, understand that institutional adoption is real. 916,000 Bitcoins have been purchased through the US ETFs, Bitcoin spot ETFs. I'm not talking about other countries' Bitcoin spot ETFs. Perhaps in total, like with all the ETFs in the world, around 1 million Bitcoins have been purchased. 1 million Bitcoins. If you think that these 1 million Bitcoins will rotate into altcoins, you're dead wrong. This is just impossible. I don't see any of these institutional Bitcoins flowing into highly risky beta crypto assets. Maybe Ethereum, because it has an ETF, but I don't see them scaling into selling their Bitcoin ETFs for Solana, for Litecoin, for Bitcoin Cash, for Polkadot, or anything in the top 100. No, nothing. So as of now, I do believe Bitcoin is king. I do believe someday there will come a rotation and where it is more wise to scale into altcoins, but I don't think it is now the time. I think it's the time for Bitcoin to shine, and it's now the time for a lot of altcoins. Now, sorry if you're fully invested in altcoins. It's now the time for altcoins to make even lower lows, honestly. We have a friend here, and he's saying, Gary Network. I have zero idea what Gary Network is. We can check. And sorry if I'm going to be brutally honest with you. This is Gary Network. Look, what I'm seeing here on this chart is just downtrend, and a pretty severe one as well. Very strong downtrend. If I see such a chart, I am not interested at all. But because you asked this so politely, my friend, what do we see here? We see a severe downtrend. Let's go to the 3-day because it gives you like a slightly better look. It lost here a significant level. Because it's lost its significant level, it quickly dropped. So everyone, I will assume the day of launch was in January 2020. Everyone is in loss. Everyone who bought this since the day of launch is in loss. All of them are losing money. Me personally, I'm not interested at all in a chart that looks like this. Okay, me personally, I am a reversal trader. I love reversals. Now it should then, when I enter a reversal trade, there should be like FA based thesis as well, but I do not know anything about this one. But for me to be a little bit more confident, I want to see this Gary thing reclaiming this level. I know it's a big move, but buying it here is actually, it's just like catching a falling knife. Hope this helped a little bit, disclosure kits. There's some good news, by the way. We have a Discord where we share 24/7 a lot of calls, but also a lot of psychology content. I shared this article not so long time ago. We talked about performance pressure and how it can wipe out your gains. Some of you guys are trying to make a living out of trading. And if you're fully dependent on trading or semi-dependent on trading, there will be a lot of pressure on your shoulder. And I believe this pressure will not do you any good because it will trigger you to force a trade, and it will make you blind. And I believe if you really want to make a living out of trading, always have some reserves for the next 1.5 or 2 years, and then go really all in with education, testing, trading. But if you're 100% fully dependent on trading, you haven't have an edge. You don't have a really good mental framework. It's not going to work. We share also a lot of swing trades. We're very transparent when we have when we hit TP. We celebrate this with the community. When we lose, we always lose small. That's the trick. You cannot guarantee your wins, right? We win big, we win small, or at break even. But when we lose, we never lose big. We always lose a small fraction of our portfolio. So we share swings, we share scalps as well. And this everything. And we also share a lot of webinars. There's a very interactive communication always line with the community, 24/7 guidance. The good thing is this is one of the best communities out there, and at the moment it's free. You can get free access. The only thing you need to do is just join the Discord. As you can see in the description, join the Discord, verify yourself by just clicking here on in the start. It's all self-explanatory. Click on this emoji and it will give you directly access to everything. But there's a big but. This free access will end on the 1st of September. So you have today, you have tomorrow. On Sunday, it's not free anymore. And anyone who wants to enter these VIP channels, it's around $160 on a monthly basis. And still, it's 100% worthwhile the money, the $160 on a monthly basis. But now, if you join, you will get 2 months free access. 2 months free access. Let me look if there's anything else that's worthwhile to talk about. Honestly, I'm really cautious with altcoins 3 right now. I had this on my radar. Hoped for a throwback here, as in like a retest. Did not happen at all. So not interested in that as well. Floki had a really nice run and now retraced. This green level is for me a very significant level. This is where I am willing to skill into Floki. And ideally, I would love to see long wick. Let's go to the daily. Like long wick, a typical swing failure pattern. That would give me more confidence to skill into Floki. One thing I've learned this year, the hard way, to be honest. We're going to wrap up in a few seconds. One of the things I learned is, and this is maybe like a very obvious one, a lot of high quality crypto companies and projects have really solid partnerships and doing quite well, if some of them even making revenue, but a lot of memes outperformed them. This is like the lesson learned, and I invested in some of these memes, but the lesson learned is here: never fade a strong narrative. Never fade a strong narrative. And I faded it partly. So we have Floki. What else was interesting to show? Honestly, I don't see a lot of other high quality setups. We have here, where is it? Like Link doesn't look very sexy here as well. The thing is, I really love to buy, and the reason why I love swing failure patterns is it causes a lot of fear. Swing failure pattern only can happen when we breach a certain support area. When we breach a certain support area, the tendency, the thought process often is, oh, it's over now, lights out, we're gonna go down. If the fundamentals haven't changed, and especially if a swing failure pattern is being was triggered by an so-called exogenous signal. For example, the SEC is something, is saying something negative about Link. At that time, it was about Link being a security, or not security. I'm not sure what they said about Link, but there was something that they said about a bunch of cryptos. You see like a massive sell-off. And if this is, in my interpretation, a swing failure pattern, I'm happy to buy. So I bought Link here in Berlin with some in company of some friends. Here the same. I'm not interested in buying Link here. I would rather wait for Link to enter this gray zone, and even better if it can take out this low here. So this area would be a really interesting level for me. Doing the alerts here. So that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed this one. To circle back, one of the gifts is check Bitget. I shared the link. You just deposit $100. You sign up, deposit $100, and you will receive $1,000 worth of Bitcoin USDT future position. And till the end of this month, you can get free access to Crypto Burbs, to the Burp Nest Discord community, where you can get 24/7 guidance, support, signals, trading psychology, educational content, 24/7 from the best of the best. I hope you enjoyed this live stream. Hit the like button for me, share this with your friends. Until the next time, peace out.